Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another Goya Mentorship interview on the Goya Mentorship Show in conjunction with Landed for Success. Today we have the distinct privilege of having all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, Miss or Dr. Dana Austin, who's an industry leader and just incredible in all aspects of life. And she also, like me, has a Caribbean heritage, which is really cool. She's like a sister from another mister. And
Yes.
just an amazing human being. I love her energy. So I thought, you know what, let me reach out to her and do an interview about who she is and what she does for the community and the game she's playing on the planet to benefit humanity so that you can benefit. You can reach out to her being a Landed for Success member and get to know her and maybe figure out what she's up to if it can benefit you. And maybe she would love to learn what you're up to. And there's possibly some synergy and collaboration. So welcome to our interview today, Dana.
Thank you very much, Anil. It is a be here with you today, all the way from Hotlanta, and the weather is living up to its name.
Yes, it's been the same here this morning. It's been sunny, hot. So I get out in the morning and go for my walk and get my vitamin D. I just love the sun. So, however, today's about you. So let's get right into that. So the first thing I want to ask you is, so share with everybody who is Dr. Dana Austin and like tell us about yourself.
Sure. You know, many of us are asked that question and we ponder it, think about how we're going to respond. And I do like to speak from my heart. But I would say that if you had to choose one word that sums me up, it would be connector. I am truly a connector. Maybe I would say two words, a cosmopolitan connector, because I believe in connecting people from all backgrounds globally on purpose. And my background is a little bit unique in that I do a few things. My background is strong in the healthcare arena. I'm a healthcare provider that also has worked in research and community outreach for years. I love that. And that's where my strength in the healthcare arena is. But I also saw that there was a need for those who want to write and publish to move that process along in a professional way, to move it along so that they can do it as authorpreneurs, not just as an author, but looking at the business aspect of it. So 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, I started Transformational Writers Academy. And what we do is we create global authorpreneurs. I could pause there, but I would be remiss if I didn't speak and draw from also my Caribbean Southern culture. Food connects us all. So I have nothing but fantastic cooks in our family, the men especially, I would say. So I am also a personal chef, self-trained, and I won third in the nation 3 years ago um, in a category raising awareness and funds for food banks. So I'm international. That's what an international connector. That's who I am.
Fantastic. And what do you do for fun? Do you have any hobbies or in your spare time when you're not doing all that amazing stuff?
Sure. For fun, absolutely love to travel. I love outdoors, hiking, anything that's near, in, or on the water, I'm there. And then spending time with family, that's important to me. Making, with all that I do, that's still my priority. That's my motivation of what I do. And that's to create a legacy for the next generation within my family and also opportunities for others in their family, if that's what they so choose.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I mean, I can tell from how you're being and what you're saying that who you are and what you do, it works in unison or harmony. And wherever you go, there you are, right? So
Yes, yes.
your friends and family know that about you. It's not like you're one person here and you're one person there. It permeates your very existence and being. So that's remarkable. And it's interesting you mentioned what you did because I didn't know you were going to say what you did. People also call me the connector. So it's kind of serendipitous that we're connecting.
I can see that. I
Right?
can see that, Adele.
Yeah. So I can't wait for us to have more conversations to see how the sparks would fly and what we can collaborate on and create together. So the next question I have for you, so why are you part of Landis for Success? Like why did you choose this platform? And if you don't mind sharing with our listeners, how do you work? How does your business function? And maybe share one or two examples of how you've been able to help clients level up or have breakthroughs in their life.
Sure. If you don't mind, I'll answer the first question.
Go
Why
ahead.
am I a part of Landed for Success? I became aware of Landed for Success, I think almost 4 years ago, and that was through Shilpi. And Dr. Shilpi and I became friends and and trusted one another. And it takes effective communication to be able to develop across miles, across states, and over the line. And we did that. And I would say, without being a part of Landed for Success yet, part of my role was building that relationship and also building her up. She would tell you this. So I'm just reflecting back what she shared, building her up in her abilities, reminding her of who she is and that God has created her phenomenally and that she has these gifts that the world is waiting for and to make them available. So she would come on my line often. And before I know it, she was interviewing me for Landed for Success. I just love the way the tables turn because that's what we want to do, empower people to be their best, authentic selves. So she would be, I would say, my first Landed for Success unofficial client. And then, of course, I started coming online to Landed for Success, networking events, and other events. And Jay and Gordon are leaders like none other. When I think about them, it actually brings a smile to my face and to my heart. So when someone can make your heart smile, not just feel good, but they're doing good and they're leading by example and they're very humble to embrace, to include. I remember one of the trainings I went to, one was a networking and the other was WhatsApp for business. Jay was leading out in that. And I had limited use for WhatsApp. And then he enlightened me and then he emboldened me, but that I now teach WhatsApp for business to our entrepreneurs and others in Global Chamber. So, why am I part of Landed for Success? It's an incredible organization that will augment, highlight, spotlight, connect your business, you and your business. You're responsible for showing up. They can do the rest, but you've got to commit to showing up, commit to being engaged, and commit to doing something that makes you uncomfortable. So you might not be an outward person or overt or what's the word, extrovert. That might not be your lane, and it's okay. You may be more of an introvert, and that's okay. And many people don't know this about me, Anil. I am an introvert, but I show up exponentially as an extrovert. But that I have to push myself to do that. And here's one little thing that most people don't know. You can determine if you're an introvert or an extrovert on how you show up and how you have to recover. An extrovert loves being in front of people, loves being in groups, and they're energized by that. And that's how they just like to keep going. An introvert really enjoys solitude, moments of reflection. And if they're out in crowds, they've got to come back and have quiet time to regenerate. And so while I can do the first, the latter is me. I must come and reflect and be quiet and be still so that I can do it all over again. So I am a part of Landed for Success because we have leaders that recognize individuals that are introverts, extroverts, and they have space for everyone to highlight your businesses, opportunities to network. I also was privileged to be their keynote speaker a few years ago. And I tell you, it was so transformative when I could see not only adults, but children being developed as incredible leaders. And I met my fellow authors there, my little young authors, budding, blooming in their greatness. And as a writer's coach, I look for opportunities to connect people in the global space for Landed for Success with other authors or collaborative events or conferences. I also coach writers to create their masterpiece in 90 days ready for publication. We also have a business anthology. So as a leader, you have your expertise, Anil. You told me that you're expert in the travel space and the marketing space. So you would be ideal to contribute to our business anthology book. It's a mini MBA. So I look to connect with people who want to become published. They may want to do it in anthology. They may want to do their own book, and we support them in that space. Another thing is I also look for um, opportunities to support our youth on the rise, not youth at risk. That's what we're labeled them as. They say they're youth looking for an opportunity to rise. We create that space and provide scholarships. I'll pause there because I get excited when I start talking about the synergy between Landed for Success and what I do as a transformational writers coach and also as a healthcare provider in the community, creating opportunities where people can develop wellness and be well rounded. Because one quote that really changed my life is when I was attending the School of Public Health here in Atlanta at Emory, and I also went to Emory School of Nursing. But I was at the School of Public Health, and they had just recently built this building, and they had engraved on the building about health. And this is something that really speaks to who I am as a healthcare provider. It speaks to me as an individual, and it also speaks to me as a coach. It says, when health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself, art cannot manifest, strength cannot fight, and wealth becomes useless, and intelligence cannot be applied. So I am a true believer in finding and establishing and helping people find that balance from a wellness perspective, which includes the social, the mental, the spiritual, the physical. Um, like I said, I'm a part of Landed for Success because they embrace that, they demonstrate that, and they look for people with not necessarily on the same mind, but like mindedness and growth. And that's why I'm a part.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, wow. I mean, you just covered some incredible topics, and I mean, we can have multiple Zooms around that. I mean, but three things I gathered from that: you're a cosmopolitan connector, you're a writing coach, and you're a health advocate. So I was being very present and paying attention to that, and you love working with young people and seeing them blossom and bloom. And I speak on behalf of Gordon and Jay and Greg Turner and the Landed for Success circle and leadership that we consider it a blessing and honor that you're part of, part of the family, and you bring yourself to the table as an introvert, as you say. I think that's just a story, but it's a good story, so I'm going to let you keep that story that you're an introvert. But you know what's funny?
No, nobody believes me.
Yeah, exactly. I would never peg you as an introvert. Someone said this to me a long time ago. It made me laugh out loud. They go, Nil, because I used to say I was shy. And they said, do you know what shy is? And I go, what's shy? Shy, when you say you're shy, you're actually saying, I don't want you to get to know the real me. So it's
Ooh.
just a story. So get over your shyness because we want to know you. Shyness is,
Well, I'm glad you
yes.
got over yours.
Yes. Well, I used to stutter. So I had a major stuttering impediment. I was shy. I hated being around people because my name, because it starts with an A, to say A when you stutter, you're stuck. So when people used to say,
Yeah.
"What's your name?" I used to be uh.
Yes.
So I had no dating life because
Hi.
girls would run away the minute I opened my mouth. I had to go through personal development and awareness and get my confidence to understand that I have a voice and what I say matters. And the minute I got to that point, my stuttering went away. So
Look at that.
yeah. So
I, that that's an incredible story.
thank you.
I want to interject because it may be stuttering for some, it may be lack of confidence, a lack of knowledge for others. But
Right.
once we are equipped with the tools that we need, we can move forward and whatever that is. And you are a prime example. And I know you had mentioned to me earlier to share another success story. Shilpi would be one of my success stories,
Uh-huh.
and she's a part of Dr. Shilpi Chanda. And then also, what another success story. I'm going to go to the Writers Academy space, right?
Okay.
When we start our 90 Days to Manuscript Masterclass, and our next one starts August 7th, and we complete it October 26th. I believe it's the first Thursday in August, the last Thursday in October, if my dates are off. But when we start on the very first day, a Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom, and I'm saying all of that because people often write me and say, well, when is it? Is it in person? And so forth. So now you know it's online. Very first hour that we meet, that 1 hour, I ask them to define their genre for their book, fiction or nonfiction. And then we get into audience. I said, well, tell me who your audience is. And I love the response because almost everyone says, everybody wants my book. And that's not true. All right. Everybody does not want your book. You have a specific niche, you have a specific audience. And what we support you in doing is bringing out your gift that to put into use because they'll say, well, I'm not really sure how to start this book. I'm not sure how to write it. I'm not really sure how to get over my stuttering. I'm not really sure how to conquer my fear. I'm not really a writer. Well, we start off with what we call positive intelligence. And so we look at the saboteurs that show up in your life uninvited. And then we look at the sages that you can develop. So the saboteur which says, I am not a writer. Or maybe even I'm shy and not sure if I really want to do this. So let's go with the first one. I'm not a writer. So how do you counter that? You counter that with a sage affirmation, a sage remark. I am a writer, or even I'm a writer in the making.
Mm-hmm.
That fits so much better than
Mm-hmm.
I am not a writer. And then if you know, once you repeat things consistently for 21 days or more, you have developed a new habit. And so we have to counter the saboteurs with a sage remark. I am shy. And truly, you might be a person that shows up as shy, and we're not saying shy is a bad thing either. However, just like you, Anil, when you were able to work on your personal development, then you built up your confidence. And when you built up your confidence, you could approach the girl and say, my name is Anil, right? I would have just said Neil for short, just to make it easy. So you didn't lose out on the opportunity. But you can say it now. And look how beautiful you are and able to express yourself. And this is what we do at our Transformational Writers Academy. You transform in those 90 days. We also have our 101 coaching. So we have some clients whose time is limited, but their resources aren't, and we support them to their journey, customized for them. And and from a healthcare perspective, we do it with a program we call a wellness routine, supporting our clients develop a wellness routine, not just around writing, but just for their own personal gain in business. Because just like Herophilus said in that quote, when health is absent, what do you have? Nothing else
Mm-hmm.
matters. Nothing
Thank
else
you.
matters.
I appreciate that. And I want to encourage you too, Dana, take some time and go into your Landed for Success profile and put up these events. If you have a challenge uploading it and making it known, reach out to Greg Turner. He will give you pointers on how to do it. But take the time, maybe get your personal assistant or your virtual assistant to do that for you.
You do that.
Because you want to make that known and go into the Landed for Success group, the Facebook group with the 28,000 members, and post it as well in the Landed for Success leadership group. If you can't find those groups, message me and I'll put you. But start promoting those events from now so that people can
Can do
become
that.
aware. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'll be happy to do that. If you would so kindly just WhatsApp me the link
I
for the
will.
Facebook
I
group
will.
because
I will.
I don't think I've these years. So I'm sorry I've missed that opportunity,
It's
but I
okay.
won't now
That's
because
why I'm here.
one of yes, you're my other Trini friend because what the one said to me, she says, Dana, once you know better, you do better. So
Yes.
now I can do better.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So yes, I will definitely do that. And again, that's why Gordon connected us because I'm here to assist you and you're not bugging me or you're not bothering me. Message me, Anil, where do I find this? How do I get in touch with this? Where do I post this? I'm here to support you. Okay?
So great. I'm so grateful for this time. I'm grateful for this conversation, and I'm grateful for the opportunity because, as you know, as both of us being connectors, you can only connect when you're in the space where you can connect. So
Correct.
that's one place that I look forward to doing that and
Yes.
updating, having my admin update the profile for me.
Yeah, I will, and I'll definitely make a note to reach out to Greg Turner. He's our techie, and he will be more than happy to help you. And we love having you on our Wednesday speed networking event. So when you can, please come on because you make a difference with your words of wisdom and you
Yes,
help people
yes,
rise up. So
ab-
so that's awesome.
absolutely.
So yeah, so I'm gonna end the interview now for the respect your time and I want to keep it short and sweet, which we did so that people can meet you and start to get to know you. And so I want to thank you today, Dr. Dana Austin, for your time spending with me. Great way to start the day,
I
early
love it.
morning interview, right? So that
I
sets the
love it.
standard for the rest of the day. So we can't go
Oh
down now; we
my.
can only go up, right?
Only
Um,
up. And you asked me for my parting words of wisdom.
yes,
And I really like to give that thought versus just sharing something
go ahead.
arbitrarily. So my words of wisdom is what you seek is seeking you, but show up. Because I say the only people that come to you and knock at your door is Amazon and and they don't even knock anymore. They just put the package there and take a picture. So people are not coming for you. You've got to show up because what you're seeking is seeking you, and just put yourself in the space where you can meet people. And I do love the Wednesday networking. I would like to see some breakout sessions in the networking. I think that would be more a little bit more added a little bit more value in
Okay.
that, and then
I
have a
will talk to
few
Gordon about
questions.
that. Yes, because we try and keep everything under an hour, and everybody has 2 minutes, and yeah. So okay, I'll discuss that with him.
Absolutely. Thank you, Anil. And I look forward to connecting with you, our Landed for Success family, and those who are looking to write, publish, those who are looking for wellness routines or some help in the research arena. Like I said, my background in clinical research is quite extensive. So if you're
Sure.
into drug development, device development, or you need some training in that space, that's what
Okay.
we do too. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you for your time today. I appreciate that. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
Anil.
day, Dr. Dana Austin.
Oh, you started it off wonderfully for me. Only thing it could be better if I was right there in Trinidad. That's it. That's it.
Well, there you go. Well, there's an action step to work towards. So we'll talk about that. Okay.
Thank you very
You
much.
take care.